coming for me.
Go ahead, my bad, Angela.
All right, let's get focused. Okay. God, a timeless, spaceless, immaterial, all-powerful, impersonal being that brought everything into existence. That's what I mean when I say God. Not necessarily, like, I do believe that Jesus is God, but for like the philosophical understanding of it, that's what I mean by that. A timeless, spaceless, immaterial, all-powerful, personal being. He can be personally known. He has a mind, intelligent mind, and he brought everything into existence.
Why don't we
I
do
think
this?
that model works best.
Let's define. How would you define God?
Well, because he doesn't. He's agnostic though. So the way that he defined his agnosticism, I would ask him, does he believe in any type of higher power? He said he believes more so the universe. So explain what that means.
It's real hard for you to try and convince me that there is an all-powerful being that is
A sky daddy, yeah.
The flying spaghetti monster at its finest.
I want to hear this because I like this.
As a sky daddy. You can't convince me there's a sky daddy without
proof.
Hard proof.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you think of
proof,
because all right,
showing you
probably because what you're saying is, in a sense, supernatural.
Yeah.
Right.
Something outside of nature.
It's outside of nature. With that, the same people who don't believe in ghosts, which is also supernatural. So one thing could be supernatural, but the other can't.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense to me.
So let me ask you this.
No, I would say that ghosts are also supernatural.
All supernatural.
Because it's not a natural phenomenon. It's
Right.
something outside of nature.
But
it kind of goes against the laws of nature.
Yes, but
Unless it's like a hallucination.
have you ever heard of like the builders, whatever? Pretty much like we're in this house,
Yeah.
and would you say that somebody had to build it?
Yeah.
So that's how I would view it. It's like, yes, it's supernatural, but it built something natural. Because the earth, if this has a builder, then that would have to have a designer. That to me makes the most logical sense.
But who built the builder and who designed the design?
Well, that's what I'm saying. What based on and
So who built
go
the
back
building,
to what I
the
agree
builder,
with Ashley.
who
It's
designed the design?
spaceless, timeless. So it has to
everything
come.
everything has to have a designer except for the designer and nobody.
Well, yeah, it
designed the
has
top
to go
designer.
to something
Okay.
that it has to stop at.
Again, I feel
Redundancy
like
of that is palpable.
Mother Nature
by the
to
way.
me makes more sense than
But see, that's the thing. Where would
But Mother Nature's not like personal, it's more so like a concept, right?
Well, where does
yeah.
it come
Mother
from?
Nature.
Who created Mother Nature?
and that's the issue.
But then who created God?
That's the thing because
That's kind of the point you find yourself at.
No.
You
That's
keep
what I'm-
saying that God exists
But-
in this overarching arena
But,
by himself.
but that's why that's why he explained it. The definitions: timeless, spaceless.
But
So it would have to be something that is outside of this nature that we're in.
but that's what I would consider Mother Nature. If anything else, would be a timeless and spaces. But it wouldn't be like a
So you do believe
but
in
no-
God then?
no.
You just wouldn't call him God. You just
Yeah,
call
because
him
it's more so
Mother
like
Nature.
it's not all right. So the way
So
I
Mother
think
Nature
Mother
created the
Nature
universe?
works versus God works
Did
is
Mother Nature
Some of the
create
traits
God-
exist, but not all of them.
yes,
Okay,
Oh,
so
wait,
which
what-
ones?
like in a sense of creation and how things are set up the way it's set up. An ant needs grass. The ant then feeds the anteater. The anteater then
There's a
poops.
process.
Okay, so
And
that
then
makes sense. But since
I
it's
feel like we
Mother
can-
Nature, let's get outside of that because we know it goes broader than that. Let's talk about the universe then.
Okay.
Would Mother Nature create the universe too?
No, I feel like the universe just existed.
For the record, no matter how we explain it, it's gonna
Well,
sound.
no, space
it's
is
gonna
endless.
sound funny. So
For all we know, space is endless. It is timeless. It is
So
Time
you
is
would
a
say-
construct,
So if that's
so
the case,
time
then
is
you
a
wouldn't even say
concept,
Mother
is a
Nature. You would
concept.
say the universe created Mother Nature, or no?
the universe and Mother Nature would probably be one. There would be
You know what?
one and the same. It's not necessarily
Okay.
But you know what you're doing though? You're basically calling it something else, but you're giving it the same traits. Maybe not all of them.
yeah, no.
Of God. So
Which
you're
is-
you're kind of close to what we believe, but I guess maybe all of those traits. You probably don't believe like that.
That's why
there's
it's
really personal.
agnostic
but
and not
let's start with
atheist.
let's start with timeless.
Well, that's why I was trying to get an
Like
understanding of.
what would you say? I mean, maybe you don't know I don't know if you think too much about this, but how do you think that we got here? You know, just the whole universe. I mean, we know the Big Bang, but like,
What is?
do you know
How does? What is?
And
what does the Big
okay,
Bang have
so
to do with how
no,
we-
I
how we
think
got
my problem.
the Big Bang?
Hold on, hold on.
What does the Big Bang have to do with how we got here?
Yeah. Why is that? Why is that the go-to? Why?
I thought that was usually y'all
It's a
argument.
No,
good
it is.
type
What,
of
how is that?
conversation.
I get it.
It's
It's,
not
it's based off.
relevant,
It's
but
based off of creation. To them, God created the universe. To us, it would be the Big Bang that
Well,
created the
maybe not
universe.
to Kyle.
Or maybe
No,
not
no,
to
'cause-
Kyle.
Well,
but
that
It's
is
always-
a
no,
that
no,
is
this
something
is
that
the-
is
the
always
reason why-
discussed
no,
in
no,
these
no, no, ready,
conversations.
ready?
It's very
The
important.
reason why I asked you why you started at the Big Bang is because that always seems to be a point of contention.
Because we started at
when
the
in
Big Bang.
At this Don't look at me with them soft ass eyes, Drake.
Yo.
Don't look at me with them soft eyes, Aubrey Graham. Relax.
I gave him a Christian wink.
That was not a Christian
not
way.
a Christian way.
I saw the sultriness in your eyes, boy. Relax.
But okay, what's your problem with the Big Bang? Why
So,
it shouldn't be brought
when
up as much?
the point of contention
I
when
think
we
it's very
started
important.
the Big Bang is like, all right, we're trying to bridge the gap and say everything can coalesce in this one spot, but we can't agree on that. Because if you say
I think there's good
God
evidence though.
creates it, God starts at the Big Bang and X, Y, and Z, that's not always, because there's still some people who believe that the Earth is only 5,000 years old.
Well, I
We're
haven't
talking
even
about
gone
you.
there yet though.
We're talking about y'all beliefs.
I haven't even gone there. I'm just trying to. Well, I was mainly focused on like Nikolai.
do you start at the Big Bang?
Do I start at the Big
Don't
Bang?
pressure him.
No, I'm literally
I'm trying
legit
to
asking
pressure
him a
that
question. I'm asking him.
Okay.
Nikolai, is that for you where
Where
all this starts
where society and humanity starts.
at? Where the universe starts.
The universe starts. Probably not. It's probably where the universe as we know it starts.
Thank you.
Probably somewhere before
So
the Big
because
Bang.
you don't have an explanation for it, that's just your kind of default.
Yeah, if I don't have an explanation, I'm not gonna make up an explanation for it.
Well,
It just is what it is.
so you
Like,
argue that we're making it up.
I argue that somebody made it up.
Yeah.
That somebody made it up.
It doesn't make more sense to you.
No. Why would it make more sense?
Because I think when it comes to evidence, it's based on the scale of probability first. But then, relationship with God, all that, that's where you get the confirmation. So I can't really
Well,
discuss this
I was
and
gonna say
give you the confirmation. I don't think that's possible. But on a scale of probability, I do think that, like with morality, I would say this works better. And this is before you get to, having God in you and having that that's before all that.
Mm-hmm.
So, because that to me is the confirmation. But when we discuss these topics, I just think like the evidence that I have looked into, you have no choice but to consider once you see this. Not to say force, but you know what I'm saying. Like this, I feel the evidence is so captivating.
No. I want to hear what you got to say.
I think the evidence is so
No, I really
powerful.
want to hear what I gotta say. I can't wait to hear
The
this.
evidence is so powerful and so overwhelming, I would say, of there being a God, like as I defined, that I feel like it takes way more faith to believe in a universe that existed without a God. It takes way more faith to believe in that.
And see, my thing is kind of to piggyback off.
I kind of want to get their rebuttal though, because they probably gonna be.
I was just gonna
15
piggyback off you.
questions.
They can still rebuttal. I was just gonna say with that, it's like if something is designed, would it not have to have a designer?
Not-
How do you get to a design? Where do you get design from?
Back to the builder. We're in a building.
Uh-huh.
Would you agree that it has to have a builder?
Yeah.
So if it's grass, moon, stars, you don't think that would have to be created by something that created it?
No.
So it just came into being.
So that's what they call the teleological
teleological
argument.
And here's the fun thing about the teleological argument. Once again, it goes back to you're saying that this all-encompassing, all-powerful, supreme being created these things, but what created the supreme being?
Let me answer that. Because y'all tried to answer it.
Well,
You gave your best
You
shot.
keep coming back to this. This all-encompassing supreme
All right,
being
let's hear
created
Mike's-
these
let's hear
things.
Mike's-
But
let's
what
hear Mike's
created
simple
the
answer.
supreme being?
What's the created this?
So
what
that-
created the supreme
If you
being,
can,
Mike?
if you can,
and I'm gonna let
if you explain to me how
Mike just
everything
talking out
has
his
to be
ass.
intelligently designed and disregard how things have changed over time,
like it's a
then you
very
have to
simple
explain to me
answer.
how there's this supreme being
very
who
simple.
I
created,
get you.
who had
I
this
got you.
incredible intelligence and incredible knowledge
And
to fast
I just
forward
wanna
through
ask you
everything
this
and
then.
create things as it exists.
I just want to ask you this then. So with the route you're going, even if somebody created the intelligible being, it would still have to be somebody that created him and somebody that created him, and it would just have to keep going back forever. But you
keep
still have to have a stop somewhere.
You
or
keep
no.
explaining it to me like there is an intelligent being and
No.
something created this.
No,
we're
I'm saying
we're
that's the
intelligent
stop.
beings. Something had to create us. Something created here's a building we live in. Somebody created the building, so somebody had to create the person that created the
But what I'm
building.
saying
So
is,
who
my
created the
thing is,
person who
doesn't
created
it
the
have to
person
have
who
a
created
stop?
the building?
That's literally what I'm asking you. Doesn't it have to have a stop somewhere? Doesn't it have to get to an end?
The argument to me is redundant, so it doesn't exist. It
Let's
doesn't
get
matter.
to
to me.
what's Mike's answer.
Okay.
'Cause
I'll
I
let-
really like this question.
No,
Well, ask your question again so he doesn't go into
nah,
preacher
I'm
mode.
one thing I was
Who
just gonna
created
say,
the God? Who created God? That's the question, kind of.
from my understanding?
I know there's no legitimate answer to
No,
this.
the legit answer is this:
Let's see.
God
let's see
cannot.
what-
If God, if the creator was created, he's not the creator. Meaning, if God could be created, he's not God. How I know that, right? And again, y'all not believers, but if you do your homework and don't be ignorant, you'll see what I'm saying is true. The one who created.
every time.
Hey, yo, look, I got you.
Crazy.
Let's go to the scripture, y'all.
Like,
Every
you can
single
really,
time.
You can really just
The
speak
top-
like a regular
like,
person
look,
without
look,
the condescension.
This is the thing, Jesse. I'm not
You
disregarding.
gonna tell me that God
I'm
told you to
literally
be
saying
condescending?
That argument is redundant in and of itself because the concept, the argument to that argument
Hold on.
is once again who's gonna create the creator. There needs to be a
Hold
better
on.
argument.
Kyle,
that
let me ask you a
argument
question.
doesn't stand on its own.
Morally, when you speak on God and you try to convert, morally, you think condescension is the way to go?
Hold on, I'm not gonna put like I know what you just said. Contra